come on, y'all. Welcome to the show. This is not only our folly, but the folly of Krinir. Krinir. I'm not saying it right, am I? Krinir's folly.
Krinir is correct.
Okay, good. I got it the second time. Welcome. And we have delicious food.
All right. So, since it does appear that that somebody's not going to be here, and the other one's late, I probably will start in a minute or two.
Yeah.
Although Shadow said he was going to be 20 to 30 minutes late, and it's been 30, so get your ass in the chat, Shadow.
I don't know where my phone is. I gotta grab my phone. Uh-oh. Oh, it's right next to me.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm terrible.
Oh,
I didn't forget my happy pills. Come on, get happy. We got a lot of fun stuff planned, y'all. I assume we're playing with Paul. You don't want to start with that. With Paul as DM, anything is possible.
it's factual. Whether or not that's a good thing, I suppose, depends entirely on whether you're one of the players and how you feel and how you like your Dungeons and Dragons.
For better or worse. Well, it's perfect for me because I am very much enjoying it.
I'll say for better or worse. If you want to watch this group play, you're stuck with me as the dungeon master because nobody else wants to do it. So.
I know, right? That's what my husband always says. I told him he could play with us, but he doesn't want to play on stream, and I get that, but I do. So, what are you gonna do? We can't both be happy.
I mean, I am perfectly content after this for any future campaigns not streaming or recording it anymore. Although I may, even if I didn't post them, I'd probably still record them because I'm bad at going back to. I'm bad at doing notes during sessions, so it's easier to take any notes I want to take afterwards. But quite frankly, I'm mostly posting this campaign on YouTube because to hell with it, I was already at home running it on the computer, so why not?
Hell yeah,
well, like I said, if somebody ever said, "Hey, I want to fill a spot, but I'm not comfortable being on streams and recordings," I just record it privately for note taking and never post it again. I don't care.
Very cool.
This is the only recording type thing I've ever done for D&D. So, all right. Well, Shadow says he'll be there within 5 minutes. At this point, I'm just gonna wait till he shows up.
All right. Here we go.
I'm sure he'll enjoy hearing Reynauld's torment. I mean, perfectly nothing happening at all.
Exactly. That's what we do here. Nothing at all.
Everything's gonna go perfectly smoothly. Yeah, like literally.
Like always.
For me, the newest episode because I'm behind on posting them. But like the last part of our first adventure, I posted that on my channel today, 16 hours ago, and according to YouTube Studio, not a single person has watched it.
Well, they still have a chance. It's still there.
Yeah, it's fair. I suppose if it's there, it's there, but...
Yeah, it takes a while for me to get views. I don't get a whole lot, but we're getting there.
Well, and the other thing is, like, I got up to, like, 250-ish subscribers from doing my wrestling game stuff, but then... Now that game's been out long enough and I've done enough playthroughs that the views on that are kind of plateauing or tapering downward a little. Not that I get huge numbers of views, but like compared to the previous ones. But then because all the people that are subscribers and see my community posts came from that game, whenever I ask, do you want me to keep playing it? They keep saying yes, but then the views are lower and I'm like, can you make a decision?
Right? Like, why are you lying to me?
It's like, you told me you wanted to keep seeing this, and yet I'm seeing less people.
Right? Like, I see that you are The lies. You could cut ties, my friend, with all the lies that you've been living in.
Underpaid's surprisingly quiet.
Yeah. I just don't feel like talking. Or what? Am I supposed to be talking your ear off, or?
Yeah.
No, I just noticed that you weren't muted, but also I hadn't heard you, so I'm like, oh, that's different.
Weird, right?
Oh, you guys were talking.
Yes, you're allowed to join in the conversation.
I know.
He's doing more important things.
Well, given that he's what, 18?
Yeah, well, no, not.
Oh,
like
jeez. Not like that. Not like this.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
not
but
like that?
I don't know if you were. I don't know if you. I don't know if you. I mean, I assume you did. I don't know how long ago you realized this. I didn't realize I was literally running for people underage until halfway through campaign 1.
Oh yeah, I knew, but I didn't think of it for some reason. I don't know why. Like, back
Especially
then.
you, because you don't have as young sounding of a voice as some of our other people.
Which is a surprise, because that was always the big concern I had growing up, that my voice would never sound mature.
I don't know. It certainly sounds like you've hit puberty to me.
Yeah, but yeah, December 30th, I'm technically 18. Well, not even technically, I just am.
Well, yeah. I mean, my point still stands. If you're in your late teens and not talking, I'm just surprised there aren't other noises coming out of you.
What the What's that supposed to mean?
Bro.
It means I remember being a fucking teenage dude.
Got him.
I'm not that fucking old.
I'm
The plumbing still works down there, eh?
I'm only twice your age.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was just. No, honestly, I just been playing like offline mode Guilty Gear, waiting for the session to start.
Yeah, that's what we figured, but we thought it'd be funnier to say the other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
such a good influence.
Great influence.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we were expecting
best
video game
influence.
noises. That's what we meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I should find some artwork and make a token for that person that definitely isn't going to interact with Reynauld.
Oh yippee.
Hmm.
We have fun here. Can you resist Mina? Can Mina resist the finger? Mina? Oh, apparently she can. Mina. Mina? Huh?
What do you want, Mom?
Boop. Got her. Am I the mummy?
No, that's a little too on the nose. Let's just go like
I
this.
pooped on the nose. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
It would be great if I could spell. I can, in fact, actually
One
spell,
day.
but for some reason, I couldn't that time.
You didn't feel like it.
Oh, this is definitely one of those times that absolutely don't care about the artwork I'm finding being AI as long as it gives me what the hell I want it to look like. Well, because the
Talking
wonder,
about hot goods.
the
And we have
wonders for
hot
those of
goods?
us who
Oh, honey, you
aren't,
can't afford me.
I guess technically at some point you and I could make money off of these if our channels were big enough, but we're not really making any significant money off this, so I don't overly care unless it's killer where I get my art from. If I need a short, and the wonders that now that AI is a thing, started becoming a thing, it just comes up in Google searches. So I'm like, how? I like that because I know I'll get a reaction at Amina, probably, but also might be a little too pretty.
That's not even the fucking command I was trying to do. Why is Carlbot trying to tell us to play Happy Wheels in our browser?
Oh.
Weird.
How do I... I'm not even gonna ask.
Weird.
Oh wait, I just remembered the command I'm looking for is level. Or...
Yeah, you know what? I like to subvert expectations as far as, like, normally you wouldn't expect that artwork to go with what I'm going for, so we're going to do that. I gave you a full name. What the hell was it? Right. All right. Now I need to close that and do. What the hell was that?
I don't
Meat burp?
know. I thought for a second I was going crazy. I thought I was the only person who said it, but I thought I saw it come out of your mic.
I mean, I
Do you have a soundboard?
It sounds like the soundboard
I wish.
from a Discord.
It would make my limited voice acting. It would make up for some of that when I tried to do stuff in D&D.
I mean, I've got some that we can use. Let's see. Open soundboard.
Oh, yikes forever.
It's fucking mean.
I didn't do the first one, I swear.
Yeah, that tracks.
I do have that, though. My guess is Karsten. It's Karsten behavior right there.
Dude.
Thank
Oh,
you.
I'm sitting here thinking, what the...
Thank you, Canva, for coming in clutch. Not only do you allow me to make all my thumbnails, but you also... The fuck are you doing over there?
I moved in my chair. It's made of wood because I don't have
Not
a proper...
you, whoever's making those ridiculous sounds.
This?
No.
What? Oh no!
Well,
I forgot I was muted. I didn't do the first one, I swear, but I may have done others. It sounds like Karsten behavior to me.
I just heard somebody play something that really in a group where the DM is twice the age of almost everyone else probably shouldn't be played.
What? No.
I really don't think people calling each other daddy is appropriate in this group.
Perhaps not.
Mean. Yeah, that's what I mean, as I've heard her use it
What?
before.
No.
I can't do anything.
Okay, what about that first meet merp? Karsten?
Listen. Mina, a funny soundboard's supposed to be something like...
Yeah, that's more haha funny.
Yeah, well, I guess that is my kind of funny, isn't it?
Probably.
The Mina bot says, I could do a lot of things. I could make the stream more fun and engaging by playing games, chatting with viewers, and sharing stories. I could also help support the streamer by donating, sharing their content, and showing them my love and appreciation. Oh my god. It always has,
Yeah, but
like,
can they make a grilled cheese?
the most diplomatic things to say. Oh, it definitely cannot. That makes me sad. It's gotta work on that.
Delete the bot. It's not worth it the time and effort if it can't make a grilled cheese.
Facts. But I can make a cricket souffle. Right.
Alright, Shadow has arrived. Steve has now disappeared.
Uh-oh.
Chat.
I am amazed to discover that someone apparently has a shittier PC than I do.
Ooh, yeah.
Considering that mine sounds like it's going to explode when I run all the stuff I need to record and play D&D at the same time.
Uh-oh.
It won't, thankfully, but...
You hope.
That's alright. Well, I mean, if it does, then cool, I guess I don't have to fight with it anymore.
Oh, man.
But also, shit, I don't have a Actually, that's not true. I do still have a computer. Some relative of my wife's needed a place to crash for a few weeks, and we had couches and stuff in the basement, so I moved my setup upstairs for like a month to let them stay here, and as thanks, she had a couple extra computers that weren't like super high end, but they were still in workable shape, so she gave them to me for free as part of saying thanks for letting me stay. So
Sweet.
I have a spare PC tower upstairs if I really needed to use it. I'm hoping I don't have to, though, because A, I'll lose all my stuff on this one, or a lot of it, and more importantly, my brother's PC, where I do a lot of my prep on Sunday nights, finally bit the dust after like 8 or 9 years, so I want to give him that one up, that spare one, so that I can have something to work on when I'm visiting. Anyway, not only has Karsten returned, but also we don't need Karsten for the first part of what I'm doing anyway. So, here we go. Minas has already started. So last we left off, the gang who has yet to try and come up with a name for themselves, although, quite frankly, last campaign's name works in this group too, because every campaign there's 2 of something. 2 reborns, 2 druids, something.
We like 2s. 2x4, 2x2s.
Apparently. But anyway, you guys were told about a death curse and that there were 3 locations that it wasn't guaranteed, but were likely just because they've been known to have a history of magical, either auras, natural magic in them, or just known to be places a lot of magic has taken place over the years. Likely places to get some kind of a clue as to what the hell's happening. You chose to go to the caverns first, or well, actually to what you thought was an abandoned town, and it was an abandoned town. But there was a giant, weird, probably magical to some degree, black tree. It almost looked like it should fall down from being blackened with ash from a fire, but somehow was still intact. It was a weird, almost looks like something out of the Shadowfell, where all the colors are gone. But it does appear to be real and functional. You found a secret door hidden inside of it, and four of you went downstairs and worked your way through the caverns. And the last thing that we had was the party coming face to face with a coven of hags. And that was where we were going to pick up from. However, someone that was missing as a player last week, a lot of times myself and other DMs that I play with in multi-session, whether it be campaigns or multiple session, one shot, like 2 shots, whatever, we'll just sort of be like, yeah, you were there in the background, but combat-wise, we didn't run your character for you. I actually thought of a story for why you didn't make it downstairs. You did come with them, but the staircase down was a bit crumbly and old-looking. So even though I may not have mentioned it last week, we're going to sort of half retcon and say they all walked down one at a time. And you were the last one going down because it seemed a little too convenient to you how easy to get to this. The door was hidden in the wall. This staircase was hidden by this tree. You had to find a piece of bark to move to the side. But anyone who you'd be wanting to hide something like this from is likely an adventurer or someone that would think to look for something like this. So the fact that it's slightly hidden still seems too easy. So you went down last. We're going to go down last, Reynauld, in order to sort of take up the rear, because as the most physical guy, you usually go in the front. But because you were worried about a possible rear attack because of how easy and trap-like this seemed to be, you actually went the other way, so if you had to turn and go in reverse, you would then be in front.
Sounds about right.
However, as they all go down one at a time, to make sure the stairs are safe, they get to the last one of them, you hear get to the bottom, and you're just about to go to enter it, and then your vision blurs.
Oh.
And you realize you're now, your vision goes blurry and then black. And then it starts to come to somewhat blurred again. And although there's a lot of things about your condition that, for lack of a better word, fully alive person has to deal with that you don't, your physical form is still alive. Pain is pain. Death is death.
Yes.
You come to from unconsciousness, realizing why your vision went blurry in the first place, as you have a massive headache and you're now sitting with your back leaned against the side of the tree. The secret door you guys found in the tree now closed. There's another thing that you notice as you're coming to. You still have your fives. You don't really eat and drink necessarily anymore, but taste might be a little weird for you, but you do still have more or less your five senses. Yeah. You can certainly feel things. And in addition to the headache, your head feels a bit drafty.
Oh. Almost
and
like
as you... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, almost like a kind of, what's the word? Like a narcotic kind of feeling, like something making you like hazy or something.
No, it feels like, based on the headache, it feels like someone hit you in the back of the head.
That could cause that feeling, but yeah, that makes more sense.
And as you're coming to, and your eyes finally clear, you're like, okay, ow, my head hurts. Feels like somebody probably hit me. And you're quickly realizing that you're right. Also, don't forget to, I'll post it again because you weren't here last week. No, you were supposed to copy that. Oh, it's just my keyboard being stupid. Come on. Oh, I just never copied it in the first place because my keyboard was being stupid. Let's try that again. Boom. That's for you, underpaid. And if everybody else isn't already in there, you should be.
Woohoo.
So, you're going to notice what seems like a strange sort of white square there. That's just to mark the... under the tree. That was just to basically... well, over the tree because it's saved over top of the map. But the white square that's there is just basically where the hidden door was for the staircase. Right. I just wanted to put a little marker to roughly show where in the tree it would have been. Yeah, you your eyes finally come all the way to, and you not only realize that you quickly realize that you're correct about your suspicion that you were hit in the head because you see a figure standing about 20 feet away. And also, you realize what that weird feeling that isn't headache around your head is. It is drafty because your helmet's off.
Oh.
And they are holding it. And I will put the token on the map in a moment, but for the benefit of everyone's ability to see the image more clearly, the person that you see looks like this.
Seeing that face and waking up a bit. Well, first, my first response is just, what in the hell's? And then I guess with the order of kind of an order of operations, realizing my helmet's off, realizing he's holding the helmet, seeing his face. Paul, am I restrained?
No.
That's hot.
Am I? Yeah, I don't think I'd be too incapacitated to be unable to get up, so I am going to get up, and I'm going to start walking towards him, saying, "You need to give that back, and you need to explain what is going."
No, I don't. But you have some explaining to do.
That's quite weird, because last time I checked, I'm the person who just woke up after getting an impolite knock on the back of his head.
Yes, that's correct. And this is the 5 years. This is the 5th time that we've had a meeting like this. And you keep pretending like you don't know who the fuck I am.
When he says that, am I able to roll history or anything if anything does come back?
You can
or is it
roll a
just
history check with advantage.
Radical. Uh, 19.
Simon.
Oh, you son of a Paul. Okay. Well, now that that's flashing back to me, has he also taken my weapons?
He hasn't. Sort of. He's kind of put them off to the side so you can't immediately reach them. You don't get the sense he's going to permanently stop you from using them. But he seemed like he wanted to make sure that you had to listen to him before you had a chance to get them.
Wow. Is that Paladin Jesus?
Shh. Mina.
Well, given the fact that he looks like a white guy, and anyone with common sense knows that if Jesus did in fact exist, he was not white.
American Catholic Jesus.
Because he was in Middle East. He lived in the Middle East.
Well, the Americans are dumb.
Yeah, that always fucking pissed me off about paintings that didn't represent that right.
Speaking of things that I go looking for to cut from an episode before I post it,
this is
part of the magic.
Somehow.
Exclusive Mina content.
Yeah, there you go.
There you
Hey,
go.
if they get pissed off by this, they deserve it. Just saying.
I don't disagree. However, I don't particularly want them coming for me before I even get a big enough following to be worth coming for.
This is true. This is fair.
I'd like to at least, get cancelable level famous before I get canceled.
True.
I'd rather be burned by a mob of 100 than 5.
Wait, what?
What? Anyways, so yeah, Paul, my blood is boiling as soon as memory's clicking.
Yeah.
And
and you
I do declare.
you do remember one other thing that might explain specifically why he took your helmet off. And he's going to actually say it out loud so that obviously the characters won't hear it, but the other players will know what the hell's going on. He goes, so it took five of your apparently endless lives. Oh, fuck, you keep coming back after I keep killing you. But finally, I managed to catch you in full armor, which means that after 25 years, they can't deny my rightful position because I will have the symbol. And you have a flash of memory that the helmet you wear is basically not just a normal helmet, it's the crown of your people, essentially, as a warrior kingdom. So basically, he sounds like he probably took over after you died, but he can't get the full title without the helmet/crown. They won't acknowledge him fully.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just sprint for my sword.
Oh.
Cool. Make me an athletics check. Or actually acrobatics for this. Because you're going with running.
Ooh, 10.
Alright. We'll say that it might not be that. It might be different. I haven't finished making his full stat block because I sort of just came up with him being who you're talking to now today. So he is going to get a proper stat block eventually. But for now, we'll go with this. Does 21 hit you?
Yes.
Yeah. So he doesn't strike you with a weapon. As a matter of fact, he doesn't strike you at all. A shade-like image of him, however, punches you in the face and knocks you on your ass.
Damn.
Ooh.
And you take 5 damage.
You didn't need
Now
that health
Because
anyway.
a standard punch, if you don't have anything special about it, is 1 plus your strength, and he has a pretty high strength.
Oh,
And you look around, you're a little bit dizzy from that for a second, but you shake it off. And you look around and you realize you now see 2 of him standing, one over you and a shaded looking one, and his normal, fully corporeal appearance where he was before. He didn't move.
huh. I'm just.
It's not time for that yet, Father.
It's not time for you to take what's rightfully mine, you treacherous dog!
Well, if you'd turned it over and retired like you promised, then we wouldn't have had to kill you.
Why would you even have to kill me over that in the first place? You could have just let me finish my role as it should have been.
Your role is over, you selfish prick. You told me when you turned 50, it was mine. You turned 50 and got greedy. So I did what any self-respecting warrior king would do and took back what you lied about giving. You're lucky I gave you till 50 with the way you mistreated and misran our goddamn country.
I hear mistreated and misran, and I'd like to roll history on that if I can get any more context, or if it's just an automatic, yeah, you might be a bad person.
Go ahead and roll, but you can have advantage again.
Yippee.
I have no idea what the recording on that's going to sound like. I tried to move away from my mic, but I was still yelling.
Yeah, I put in
I was
AD
like just
instead
saying
of
that, like,
AD.
damn.
Sounded
Perfect.
good over here.
This is
16
quite
is the
juicy
higher one.
content.
Well, no, I mean just like from recording if it'll like crackle too much or whatever. But I have a maximum in OBS of set so that it won't go all the way into the red, so it shouldn't be too bad. So with a 16 or even a 15, either one, it's your own history, so it's easier to remember when you're actually trying to. Especially when you have something in front of you reminding you. Ask Xarvir. Yeah. So what you remember, and I don't normally put thoughts in a character's head, but in this case, it's your character's.
Reborn.
Well, it's not even reborn. It's just it's your character's perspective on things.
Yeah.
You don't feel that you were as bad as he says, but you do remember hearing rumblings in your like court of advisors that not all of them had confidence in you anymore.
You all have so little faith. You couldn't.
I gave you 5 years to fix the shit you got us into. 5 years. If you can't pull us out of the hole you built in 5 years, you don't deserve to be the one fixing it. Or breaking it in the first place.
At this point, Reynaud's gonna try going for the sword again.
Cool. Make me acrobatics check.
What the fuck, Avery? Paul, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't want to use Avery anymore.
What, you don't like your results so far?
I don't like my results anymore.
Does 18
That-
hit you?
That perfectly hits me. Like, just on the dot.
Well, actually, it'd be... Oh, yeah, right, because you do use a two-handed weapon, so you wouldn't have had a shield, but you have plate armor now. Yeah, so that does still hit. So you take another 5 damage. As he's literally just letting his alter ego, his ghost, whatever the hell that thing is, he's just letting it punch you on his behalf. He's not even... As he's about to actually say verbally... God damn it, Reynauld. At least make it worth the time for me to strike you myself.
Reynauld has no.
By the way, you
words
take
right
5.
now.
You take 5 more damage.
Yeah.
Reynaud's gonna get himself killed. You hear it here first.
Now, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to leave, and you're going to stop trying to find me. Because if I have to come find you again, I will make sure you never come back.
No.
Not as this weird, creepy, undead shit you are now. Not proper resurrection. Nothing. You will be a blip on the... You will be nothing but a blip, a cliff note in a history book about the kingdom that was resurrected by your son after your failings.
This is what you are going to give me back my helmet, my crown, and you are going to die by my hand.
So be it. Let's roll initiative.
Yippee!
So how we're going to do that actually is still roll initiative.
Just
and
do
let
an
me...
initiative check.
Yeah, just do an initiative check and let me know what your number is.
I don't want to use Avery anymore.
What is your number?
Oh my
5.
Oh no. You have another character ready, right?
You... Oh, also, by the way, Reynauld, you now have a last name.
Yippee! Yeah, I didn't.
Yay.
Yeah, I never really put that in because Reynauld. The point of Reynauld is he more so knows the basis of what he was.
Oh, I know. I'm just letting you know I came up with one for him.
Oh, cool.
which presumably would be yours too. So,
Oh yeah.
I hope you have a
Unless just
character
Simon-
ready on
You know,
backup.
unless Simon just hated him so much he wanted to change the name, but that'd be too much work for something so good.
all right, we're off to a start.
We're off to a
We're off to
fucking
a real good start today.
So what's Reynauld 2 gonna be?
I will say, and you don't have to use any kind of action for this. He does look at you, and he lets the. You see, the other thing doesn't try to attack you. He's like, "Fine, have it your way. Pick up your goddamn weapon."
I pick up my goddamn weapon.
And now he's going to swing his own weapon at you, which you are which you do recognize now that you're having recollections of your past. Is a probably even slightly bigger than your bastard sword thing. A great axe.
A lot of people compensating for something.
Shut
So
up, Mina.
dirty 20 hits.
Yeah.
Got him.
You don't have any abilities to like add AC or anything that I don't know about.
I think I hit a nerve.
I shouldn't.
What kind of
Yeah, no.
fighter are you?
Battle master.
Nice.
And you didn't take any of the like add AC or reactionary moves?
Mm-mm.
I think I'm. Do I have one? Actually, I have riposte but that only happens when they miss.
Okay. Yeah, no, riposte is the one where you can counter if they miss, but I was asking, did you take any of the ones where you could add AC or anything like that? Or
None of you say anything about AC.
okay, cool. D12 plus 4. So you take 16 points of damage
Oh, rad.
from the first strike.
First.
Yeah, that was from the visage in front of him. Now he's moving over to attack you himself. Actually, he's not. They seem to switch places magically. Cool, dirty 20 hits.
Now, Paul, I know it's like digital and all, but are you sure these dice aren't, what's the word, loaded?
I'm
You
pretty
asked-
sure they're rigged.
Hey, I just want to remind all of you, you voted to keep using Avray.
We did, and it was probably a mistake.
I gave you an out.
I find it funny that the
Mhm.
one time we're all given the chance to get rid of Avery and we decide to keep it, it just starts screwing us all over.
It's like, get rid of me. I don't want to be here.
So you take 13 points of damage.
We chose our fate.
I'm, okay.
Reynauld, you're dead.
Yeah, I
You
should
just-
be. H.
I didn't originally plan for this fight to happen until after I checked in with the rest of the group, but the way you were pushing it, I'm like, it's gotta just happen now.
Dude, it's the one
Yeah.
person Reynauld would kill on sight, no matter what.
Oh, I know, and like I said, I was assuming you try to fight him at some point. I had planned for there to be more parlay, and then check in with the downstairs crew, and then come back to the initiative. But you guys had just pushed each other's buttons too fast.
Alright, so I took a minus 13. Oh,
Very cool.
Cool. So
You're negative.
now,
8.
switching back to the downstairs crew. I should put him there. Moving maps. As I move across 2 fucking maps, because the cool thing about new Owlbear is it lets me have multiple maps on one visual. The problem with that is, if I put them in the wrong order, then it makes it annoying to go back and forth. Perfect. Okay. So, checking in with the other crew. We now have... I actually need to move my DM copy of the map, because I have one for viewers to see what you guys do, and then my DM copy if I need to change things. So, the rest of you, minus Luca, who has come down with a sudden case of the naps, despite being, I think, an elf and unable to get napped. So we're not quite sure how that works. No, Luke is there, but if a fight breaks out, I'm deleting the token. Zarvir started to step forward. Because I might have tweaked your tokens to center, because this is the map I zoomed in too far on when I exported, so it's got the bigger squares. It doesn't grid line up as well, but I wanted it to at least look like you guys were in the middle of the big squares that are visible, so yeah, basically it's roughly double the size, because when I was still zoomed in my editor when I exported, so it exported it at that size, so the squares don't look right. But anyway, Zarvir,
Hello.
you started to walk into the room, and there's 3 old crones looking at you. For anyone who tries to click on the token, and it will tell you what the name of what the token says. That's not what kind of hags those are. That is purely that's the only hag token I had pre-prepared. These are not, in fact, green hags. They are, however, quite clearly night hags.
I was going to say, so they're veterans, not green.
And the middle one, one in the center chair, looks to you and goes, "Hello. Why are you here?"
Detective!
Bit of explorers, you could say. We're looking around for. And Zarvir gonna look behind him. Why the fuck are we here?
I think it was something about a cursor for the undead or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
if you could just like turn that off, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Much obliged.
Charlene, that's not how it works.
Couple issues with that, dearest. Number 1, what's in it for us? And number 2, we couldn't turn it off if we wanted to, because we didn't make it.
Well,
You make good points.
Have you heard of it?
I've heard of things being possible. I did not know there was currently one in effect. Seems I need to get better information sources.
probably should.
It might benefit all of us if we can work together to fix this issue.
Oh, we're happy to work together if you want to do something for us.
Sure, why not?
Zarvir will kind of like stroll around, like touching things and looking at them. Like he'll walk around like he owns the place. So what do you do down here? What's the hell is all of this?
You're a bit rude, child.
I guess my parents didn't raise me right. Oh well.
What we do down here is live here.
Well, I assumed, but what else do you do? How do you eat? What like, do you ever go up? What is all this shit? Why are there corpses in the hallway?
We go up, we go down, we go wherever we want.
Dusty.
Well, aren't you fun?
And as for how we eat, that's what the this is not her pausing. This is me forgetting what word I'm looking for.
We saw the bones.
That's what the brews over there are for. It's our food.
And the corpses are for fun?
Like a stew?
Well, no, the corpses are for meat.
Can't have stew without meat.
A full appetite, you know, gotta get all the right things in your meal, of course.
Yeah, you know. Eyeballs, fingernails, toes.
Crickets?
Hard to resist myself. But I hope you could do that generous thing and assume we all walk out of here intact.
As long as you don't give us any reason to stop you.
Well, wonderful. I think, hopefully, And Zarville will go once again and glance at everyone else. We'll all be fine as long as we aren't idiots.
No, yeah, we definitely wouldn't do that again.
Charlene, we're watching you.
No one, nope, don't look at me.
You see them. You see her look to you. Eventually, she introduces herself as Vera and her sisters as Gertie and Lottie.
Very nice name.
And Vera goes, I think we could help you guys with your problem. We can't fix it. We might be able to help. Should probably find you some things that could be helpful on the journey. But I need something from the cat over there.
What do I do this time? I mean, what? Of course not. That makes no
Doesn't-
sense.
Doesn't technically have to be you, but it would probably work best with you since you seem to be the only lady in the group.
Oh. Wait, guys, where'd Luca go?
Yeah, but I say they fell asleep in the hallway. It's
Shit.
don't mind. The cat works. Eat them if you have
I
to.
didn't-
Honestly,
I
it's
didn't
better
agree.
for us.
I didn't agree with this.
Oh, don't worry, we'll make our own arrangements with them another time.
Wonderful.
I don't like this.
Suffocating.
For now, though,
Hmm.
what's your name, kitty cat?
Oh, jeez. Well, they call me Charlie for short, but it's Charlene.
Interesting. I met a Charlene not too long ago.
Oh, did you now? That's a common name.
Yeah. Yes, we made quite an interesting arrangement.
Mother Fluffer.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're worried about. We made a deal.
Oh, maybe I can make one as well.
That's certainly what I'm hoping for. Be
Excellent.
a good way to get you out of here alive.
Oh, I like alive in one piece. Don't forget the
So
one
here's
piece
the
part.
thing. It works better on younger people, but we have figured out a way to do it with a grown kitty cat or other person.
What's wrong with my cat?
Here's
Ow.
what we need from you.
I'm listening.
How to put
If you want
Oh.
Charlene to do that, baby.
how to put this. We don't breed like you do.
Oh dear. Okay, well that's gonna cost extra.
We have other ways of keeping our lineage going. I would need you to become my progeny. Or our progeny, as it were.
Roger, what now?
Progeny. Child.
Interesting. You gonna adopt me?
Next generation of me.
Charlene?
Interesting. I might need some time to think about this.
You have 60 seconds.
Think real hard and real fast. You gotta.
Oh wow.
I find it hard to find the downside.
Well, what is this entail?
There's not really a non-meta way to tell you this, so I'm just going to tell you from DM to
Okay.
player. Your race will change.
Oh dang.
I mean, visually, you can still look like a tabaxi, but mechanically, your character sheet will change.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, do you mean they're gonna become what's it called? A hex?
Shut up! You're not there, and that's stop.
No
metagaming.
spoilers.
But you just said okay.
No spoilers.
Yes, I
But
said that
Reynauld
I
did.
said that in order to give Mina the player the correct info, I had to tell her sheet will change. I didn't say I had to tell her how.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think I know where this is going.
This is also
Interesting.
another chance for me to teach Mina and all of you really to remember to, I don't know, do some research on things about the game. So that you,
Okay.
because I bet you Mina's the only person right now that doesn't know what I'm talking about.
So we know what's up.
No, I'm joking about that part, but yes, there will be a mechanical change to the race on your character sheet if you agree to this.
All right. Do I still keep
And
my?
as
Yeah.
such, your racial like abilities, side abilities, and stuff will also change because that's just
Okay.
part of changing it.
Okay, cool. Do I still keep my self awareness and?
Oh yeah, you're still you.
Okay, cool.
The other thing is that you because of the way race changes since Tasha's Cauldron of Everything work, where you can just sort of like pick where you put stats now. For most races, you can still just make your numbers exactly the same if you want. Like it's not like it forces you to take a tech +2 in Dex and move it to Charisma or something. You can adjust that part however you want.
All right, cool.
So in theory, your numbers shouldn't change at all. It'll just be the racial statistics and stuff. Like, for example, I know they don't have it, even though you would think they would. But like Tabaxi having like advantage on acrobatics or something because of their cat lineage. If they had something like that, that will change because it's part of being a Tabaxi. Visually, you'll still look like you, mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, more or less. Okay, that sounds agreeable to me.
Awesome. For the purposes of just ease for both you and me, we will not have that take immediate effect because I'll fill you in more after the session's over. So we'll say for in-game purposes, once you agree to it, you have basically a week in-game before it starts to take effect. You know, get your affairs in order and things.
Am I a
Not that you're
vampire
going to
now?
No, Hexblood.
What's that?
Grandma.
You're part hag, essentially, or you will be once we update your character sheet.
Okay, that doesn't sound very sexy.
It isn't.
Dang.
So, that being said, now that at least one of you has agreed to the deal,
Suckers.
she walks past Zarvir, well, sort of adjacent to Zarvir, which actually I have the map here. So she goes over like this, and from underneath one of the roots of body tree. Obviously, doesn't really go into the ground. It's just made a stack of bodies in the shape of a tree. Of a basic.
Horrifying, but alright.
Tree flesh.
That's the idea. Hags are not pleasant.
Hag tree.
Especially a coven. It's a good thing you didn't try to fight them, because you'll probably die if you try to fight them.
We thought about it.
Like,
We'll end up like
as
Reynauld.
in, and with Luca not here to heal people, you'll probably die. I wouldn't recommend it. I rarely metagame that hard. But yeah, if you want the campaign to continue as it is, don't fight them. Because you will lose. For now. I mean, you can always come back and kill them later, but I wouldn't try it right now.
Reminds me of Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, more or less. It's like, you see
Friendly.
Strahd like 6 or 7 times, and it's like, until the one you're meant to see him and fight him, I wouldn't suggest fighting him earlier than that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That'll be fun.
she lifts up one of the bodies that still has like clothes and stuff on it, and slides a belt that was wrapped around it off, and brings it over seems to be a cloth belt.
Right.
And she hands it to you.
Do you have like a a wash basin?
So picky.
That's her rules. For sure.
I gave you the gift of immortality, and this is how you repay me?
I like to, keep a clean coat.
Charlene, just put it on or we'll have some trouble later.
Alright, fine. She just snaps her fingers and it's clean.
Don't worry about it, Steve. I got this. I appreciate you.
You're gonna get us all killed if you keep this going.
Hey, you can agree to a deal as well, right? Isn't that on the table?
No, I'll pass.
Well,
Are
all
you
right then.
sure? I have more magical items.
I'm good for now.
Shame.
Mm-hmm.
You would have made a nice manservant.
Oh my.
Weren't you all so pleasant? And just wonderful.
Charlene, I will kill you.
Are you mad at me?
You're what a druid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildfire.
Steve, you're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Steve. You're a wizard, Harry.
She
Very
does
nice.
give you a rather rather useful item.
Oh, baby.
That you're the only person in your party who can wear it.
Sweet.
Let me just take a actually. Let me take a look at something. You are going to get a useful item. I'm just deciding if it's that one or not. Magical proficient. No, not what I want. No.
Why is my mouse all the way over here? What the?
Yeah, I'm just deciding if it's gonna be what I thought it was gonna be, or if I'm gonna give you something else. It'll probably be the one I was thinking of, but I'm just looking to see if there's anything I like more than that. I think that'll probably do the trick. So she gives you a cloak, actually, not a belt. I described it as belt-like initially because I thought I might be giving you a belt item, and then I remembered I had my classes. I knew you were a druid, but I was thinking of a belt that's only for a different class when I was.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, that doesn't make sense. So then I went in. So then I picked a druid item. So it's actually a cloak. She pulls off one of the corpses and then she cleans it off for you.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
And it does require attunement.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go proceed. You can go find it in your inventory options on your sheet. That you can add now. We'll change your race and stuff later. But it's called Nature's Mantle. If you just search for magical, wondrous items, you should find it.
Wonderful, magical, wondrous items.
It's an uncommon. But just to let everyone else know what it does, only druids and rangers can attune to it. It shifts color. This cloak shifts color and texture to blend with the terrain surrounding you. While wearing the cloak, you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your druid and ranger spells. So you no longer have to have a. Basically, you don't have to you can keep both hands free for other things now. And also, While you're in an area that is lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action, even if you are being directly observed. So, like, if it's lightly if it's foggy a bit, and I say that it falls under lightly obscured mechanical terrain, you can just choose as a bonus action to attempt to hide, even if someone's staring at you.
Oh, damn.
So it's a pretty good getaway item.
That's
Nice.
okay. You think
So you
Just a
can, like,
little.
vanish into dark. Sorry.
Next thing you know, we'll be in a spider cave and Charlene just disappears.
We'll be in touch about the rest of our deal. For now, take this. Hopefully it will help you on your journeys. And may you be successful in lifting this curse of death. Now get out.
Oh, dear.
Okay, we're leaving.
Yeah, y'all, no one else wants something cool? You sure? Y'all sure about that?
I think I'll stick in this body. It's grown attached to it.
I mean, you know, it's only a few changes,
Clear.
right?
Clearly, since you've lived in it more than one time.
Yeah, you get it back after a while, and you like to stick in it, not lose it again.
That makes sense to me. But if there's no more deals, take your sleepy friend and go home.
All right, come on, Luca.
So
Come on,
can you carry this for
driver.
me?
No,
Pick
that's
her
your job.
up.
Jeffrey's leaving.
Cool.
Pick her up and let's go.
I'm enjoying my cloak, nice and warm.
So, you all make your way upstairs. And you go through both floors. And I'm just gonna drag you guys.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not even gonna bother.
drag
I'm not even gonna bother dragging you guys. Actually, I'm just gonna put new tokens over here.
I dragged myself. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, you can drag yourself across if you want to. And then once you're there, I'll show you where you're at. So, boop. You guys are coming out of the little white square, which is basically the stairwell. And you see Reynauld a few feet away, actually. I should have moved him. The fight should have been over where his token is now, because he had to move over to try to get his sword. And Reynauld is unconscious and wearing a different helmet than he was before. He does appear to be wearing a helmet, but it is a different one.
Is there anyone else around?
No.
Zephyrs gonna walk over and just like kick his chest.
That's mean.
The poor guy. He's so
Just
tired.
go see if he. I guess we could just go check and see if he's alive.
Yeah, Zephyrs like assuming he's like sleeping or something.
I'll walk over to see if he's sleeping.
I love that the other reborn is thinking the reborn is sleeping.
Okay, all right. Zephyr isn't the smartest. All right. Actually, no, he's smarter than. No, that's true. Yeah, Zephyr really.
Yeah, just his chest.
Just a small.
Or at least one of you checking on him, like actually checking on him.
Yeah.
I'm still paying attention to
Okay.
my new cloak.
Yeah. Give me a medicine check.
Medicine?
Yes.
Dang.
Make sure you're typing it in the right chat. Because a lot of people will switch to tavern for some reason to make rolls. Mina.
Oops. I would never do that again.
Got a 14.
It takes a second because Reborn, they are alive enough to have a pulse, but it's very slow, being that they're kind of on the brink of alive and dead. But eventually you do feel a heartbeat. He's not dead. Yeah, you do notice two things. Number one, He's wearing a different helmet. Which has a rune carved in the forehead. Well, I say a rune, it's a symbol of some kind for a language.
With Xavier having zero idea what boundaries of privacy are, while he's unconscious, you should take the helmet off of him and look at it.
You're so mean.
Cool. What are you looking for?
Just to see, like, is this just a basic helmet? Why is this not his? What the hell is this rune carved into it? Can I read the language?
Curious.
Just basic stuff. What's weird about this helmet?
Curiosity. So
What languages can you read?
I believe it's Infernal and another one. Infernal and Abyssal.
Yes, you can read it. It's in Infernal.
Fantastic. What does it say?
Loser.
Damn.
Okay.
Xavier will kind of look worried for a second.
It's rough translation. It's in some dialects it either means loser or defeated.
Xavier will still look worried, and then he'll look like he's really trying to hold back laughter, and then he'll just kind of lazily put it back on his head and say, "What a fucking idiot."
Oh my god.
What did it say?
That's fantastic.
What did it say?
Some fucking. Was there something special about his helmet? Is there his other one? This one isn't the same.
Not that I know of.
I want to say it had like a cross on it, maybe. I think
He seemed to like it a lot.
he did.
It's at that point that you hear a voice from behind you that says, yes, it is important, and that's why I took it from him.
Ooh. Our little Reynauld has enemies.
And you are?
Oh, I just realized with where I positioned things. There we go. Oh, not as visible on my recording screen as I want. Let's put him there, I guess. Not directly behind you. I'm trying to find a spot where the view that I use for recording can see all the tokens. There we go. Name's Simon Frost. King Simon Frost. And that disgrace of a man was the king until I took his crown, which in our society is the helmet he wore. So yes, it's important, and it's mine now.
Well, congratulations.
Congrats.
I don't have any gifts at the current time, but don't expect any.
I've gotten all I came for.
See, I'm not very fond of him either, but I have to deal with him. Is there any chance you would like to hand that back over with kind words?
There are two ways that this thing is changing hands now that I have it. Over my dead body, which you are not strong enough to make happen.
Are you sure about that?
Or over his. Right now I'm letting him live.
That's fair.
You know, if you let him live, he's going to come for you. Just fair warning.
Xavier.
Heads up.
No. Stop it.
I'm counting on it. I've spent the last 25 years killing him. One more time is not a big deal to me.
Please don't make the crazy random guy kill our friend.
I can't hear you when 17 of you talk at one time.
We got excited.
I've just decided at this point I'm just saying it in character now. I'm not even going to try to correct the behavior. I'm not even going to try to correct the behavior anymore. I'm just be like, I can't hear you. So what was Xavier saying?
Oh, he was. What was it? Mina said something and he was responding to it. I forget, but I don't think it was important.
Don't get him killed. That's important to me.
Technically, he's already dead
You
at
know
my
what I
hands. 5 times.
Wow.
I said to him it was the 5th, but I forgot about the one where he originally died before it became this.
You have any idea how this happened to him?
No, I just know it's been a pain in my ass.
That makes 2 of us.
Severe.
Well, I don't have anything against you. I guess, you're determined. I get you for that. So, best of luck on your journeys. I can't promise he won't or we won't come for you, but no hard feelings if that happens and we kill you. Just
Don't
know
worry.
it.
You won't. Have a nice day. And he
Damn.
just walks off, turns his back to you, doesn't give a shit.
Well,
He
wasn't
said-
he kind?
He said bye.
He's
Alright,
I'm
then.
done with this conversation. Do we just want to pick up Xavier and just drag him back to the cart?
Why are we picking me up?
Not Xavier.
It's all a part of the job.
Reynauld.
Or- Poor Reynauld.
Or you can wake him up. He's alive, isn't he?
Oh,
He's sleeping.
yeah, so,
Hmm.
yeah, at that point, Reynauld, you start to come to. And
He's been muted for so long.
at that point, we'll be back.
Woohoo!
Reynauld, are you even awake?
Pikachu.
He's
Okay.
dead.
Fair response. I agree.
Well, you see, it would be kind of weird if the unconscious persons just started talking.
My
That's
gosh, he's
fair.
alive.
As if it wasn't earlier when the
How cute.
unconscious person 3 floors up started talking.
Yeah, come on, we can only have. You listen. He gets 1 chance to talk when unconscious. Let him have it, and then
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
bother him
Spent
again.
that already.
Get one
Can't
mulligan.
happen again.
I will be back in a moment.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
This cloak shifts color and texture to blend with the terrain surrounding you. Ooh, fancy.
I'm gonna drop out a call for a little. I'll be right back.
Cool.
Just public service
Spellcasting
announcement. Half the shit
focus.
Xavier said would have gotten him killed if Reynauld was awake. for merely just
Xavier,
not
that is
deciding
all.
to hate Simon immediately.
And we love it.
PSA: Reynauld may or may not be a good person.
Whoops.
So we just throw Xavier in the cart, and then we also throw Reina right next to Xavier. We call it.
Make sure to throw Reynauld a little higher. He needs to get that perfect trajectory for the elbow drop.
Gotta get that perfect peak. The zenith. You gotta reach the zenith.
Hell, if it's Xavier knocked out, I bet you Reina would be just shocking.
The worst part of this episode isn't me getting my ass handed to me. It's me now realizing I have made a character who has canonically died probably more times than the rest of my party. I've made a second one in this series in a Paul campaign, and I don't know how to feel because I somehow can't stop doing this.
I can't stop it. I can't help it. I can stop anytime I want.
Sooner than usual, nonetheless. Not nonetheless, I forget words. I'm not good at words.
Something like that. Well, you had a
No,
head
it's
start.
just
You got a head
no
start on
time
us.
to think about your actions, and you just got yourself killed.
It's a good head start.
Well, to be fair, Reynauld was murdered by Simon over some bullshit about, being a poor leader. Reynauld was a good leader. You'd all elect him again, right? As king, permanently.
I would need more context
Oh, we kill Simon.
information before I decide.
And then you also got Charlene, who's just taking deals with the devil at this point.
Me and
They're
I
not
hope you as a-
devils.
as
They're
a
devil
player,
adjacent.
Like, unreliable narrator.
Mina's probably just gonna nope out and just go invisible when we're like fighting something like that. The fuck? She's gonna like. I'm
Yeah,
fine,
keep it up, and I
Because-
might think about it.
Players are allowed to lie, NPCs are allowed to lie, and Reynauld does not quite know if he's lying. I love being reborn.
You can't say crap. You say one word, and then you can't say anything unconscious anymore. I really said we're gonna put Xavier in the cart instead. Reynauld. Reading names hurt, okay.
I already know the first thing Reynauld's doing as soon as like they get him on the cart. If he's anywhere near Xavier, something fun's happening.
Okay, so have Xavier say right next to Reynauld. Got it. Charlene.
Steve.
Dinner time.
Dinner.
Why is my cat?
Ding dong, dinner served. Come and get it.
Just start spamming the dinner served button. Or a bell or what, for God's sake.
Wait, do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm.
I don't even know.
Oh, I thought you knew what I was I was making a joke about Left 4 Dead. There's a level where there's like a church, and you're trying to convince the crazy guy on the inside to save for him to let you in, but instead, no matter what you do, he'll like say, "Oh yeah, well how about now?" and starts ringing the church bell, calling all the infected for like a timed horde event while screaming, "Ding dong, dinner served, come and get it."
Dang.
And he's always on about something like better safe than sorry and shit. And it's like and once you get in the safe room, it's like scribbled all over the fucking walls. It's crazy. Left 4 Dead was a fun game. Left 4 Dead 2 is better. Steve, I'm gonna kill you.
Damn. Oh, all right then.
So yeah, that was easier to convince Mina to do than I thought it was going to be.
It was intriguing.
I mean, I have a feeling Mina was half convinced that some sort of contact was gonna be involved.
I mean,
Oh,
if
no,
it
that's-
was...
Picky about it too. Is very picky about that being dirty. Like, come on.
Would you want
Kinda
something
get
just
a
off
feel-
of someone else's corpse? Okay, I have standards.
Okay.
Well, your standards are kind of too hard for this.
If it was good enough for the real Charlene, it's good enough for me.
If they didn't have enough patience, you probably would have got us all killed.
I love the thing you're
Hey,
more
I accepted the offer.
bothered.
You wouldn't even do that. Don't even start with me. Don't be a hypocrite.
I find the funnier thing. Oh,
Technically, Steve was the one trying to get people killed.
Hmm.
Well,
well, technically, Reynauld was the one who got
who got killed?
Kinda, not really.
No, Reynauld was trying to get himself killed.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Reynauld was trying to kill his son because fuck Simon.
Reynauld is the
but-
responsible one.
Yeah,
He,
kill your son. That makes everything better.
He might be a little much for you right now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. That reminds me, Paul. Hold on. Let me pitch this to you.
It worked out in the end.
But yeah, Steve's the one trying to say don't make any deals with people who live on deals.
Oops. It's what I do.
I would never. I would
If
never.
if you listened to Steve, you would have been dead right now.
Oh no.
No.
So you're welcome, Steve. Got him.
I'd probably get my stuff killed then. At that point. Like, if somebody else killed, there'd be no point. I'd just accept my fate.
That reminds me, Steve. Or rather, anyone. Well, anyone can do it. Hey, underpaid.
Bah, yeah.
You want to be? You want to not be the one tormented with something for a change?
Oh fuck.
I never thought you'd ask me that.
Is that a yes?
If it means I'm not going to be the one tormented, then sure.
Cool. When I sit back down at the computer and switch back to the recording mode, don't just remind me Steve needs to make a roll.
Steve needs to make a wisdom save.
Oh, Steve, I didn't say wisdom save. I said he needs to make a roll.
A roll. Sorry, your mic muffled a little bit, so I heard a W sound. Sorry. But yeah, just need to make a roll. All right.
Oh god.
Actually, what race are you, Steve?
I think I'm Wood Elf?
Okay, so never mind. You won't have to make a roll.
Oh.
All right then, bonus
Oh.
score.
I don't know why, but I've always been under the assumption. I haven't even looked at their sheet. Actually, I don't even think I can read on their sheet because of the restrictions. But I've always just assumed that Steve was like 5'1" or something, like short. I completely forget if that's an actual detail or not. I've just been assuming the whole time that they're short.
Yeah, I'm a Wood Elf. Okay.
I'm gonna be sitting here for an.
I'll be right back. I might go make some tea real quick.
All right, see you in 2 hours.
Oh dear.
Team Steve drew the good straw. Good for him.
You just see. I'm just imagining a scene like. Oh yeah, I was. Well, I have to reply to him. Yeah, I'm just imagining a scene where Leonie's just holding a torch and passes it to Steve and says, "It's yours now. Go on." Steve, not knowing what to do, just walks away and also just gets hit by 5 falling rocks.
No, wasn't that.
Alright.
And actually, I just realized he wouldn't have to make a roll for it if it applied anyway. It just happens.
It just happened.
But luckily for him, it doesn't happen because he doesn't meet the criteria.
He's not good enough to get cursed.
No, not exactly. Just doesn't meet the criteria for what I was going to do. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, I mean, just like between me and you, as soon as Reynauld is on the cart of Zarvir and Zarvir says anything about, just interacting with Simon and not immediately trying to kill him, Reynauld's just gonna fucking punch him full force.
Punching him, huh?
Like, right in the why are you saying it?
Huh?
I said, why are you saying it?
I don't know. Sorry, force of habit. I like to watch.
Pretty poor force of habit. It's not December 30th yet.
You appear to have lost a shadow.
Dang. True. The shadow of a shadow.
Played any cool games recently, Paul?
Mostly just the same few I normally play. I'm hoping this paycheck, I don't think I'm going to have enough money, but I'm hoping my next one will be better again and I'll be able to afford to get Baldur's Gate.
That sounds fun.
Nice.
You ever play any horde shooters like Deep Rock Galactic or like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that?
I own both of the main Left 4 Dead games, but I've played them a little bit, but not really.
7 Days to Die.
I've never played that one.
It's pretty neat. Survival and hordes.
I used to play a lot of what the hell is it called? Jesus. Black Ops 2 Zombies.
Oh yeah, the zombies are fun. The zombie dog fucked me up. I thought he was my friend.
Alright, it's been 2 minutes. Time to antagonize Zervier.
Fight, fight, fight.
Alright, Steve, that's a little too far.
Hmm.
Oh, look at that. You are not the race I thought you were.
Uh-oh.
Excellent.
Oh no.
Where's Zervier?
I should not be laughing at that stupid joke I made earlier in my head so much.
I thought the zombie dog was my friend.
I should not be finding that stupid vanish into dark joke I made about the cloak. I should not find it as funny as I do.
He wasn't supposed to do all that. Just when you think you can trust a zombie dog.
Discord didn't crashed again.
That's strange because I hear you.
I hear you guys too, and Discord isn't even open. I don't
Oh,
know what to do anymore.
if you clicked the X, Discord is funny. Like I could click the X right now, and you guys still hear me. That's because sometimes when Discord closes, it just goes into the system tray
Right, right. Like
and
normal.
it's still running.
Right. This is known. It is known.
However, if you're not pressing the minus sign, instead you're pressing the fucking X while you still throughout the day, and you still have like a use for Discord, like you're in a call or you're gonna be talking to friends. You are, how do I put this politely? Weird as fuck.
Like it's like a
I
habit.
guess I do.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like if you already have the setting to put it in the system tray, there's no point in actually closing it because it's still running. Unless I'm just really bad at interpreting system trays. Like if I close Discord right
Yeah.
now, and if I like
I mean, you
click
can
on it
change it to
highlight
not do that.
Oh. Actually, hold on, I'm wrong. Discord actually does take up less resources when I just click the X.
Well, yeah, because it's
Interesting.
not visually running.
Yeah, I guess so.
Meanwhile,
I mean,
when
it doesn't
it
matter
is, it's
to
like,
me, but
how do I put this? Like, a bunch of memory. I'm in networking too, and I still don't know some of this shit.
yeah, I mean, I'm not that big on like actual computer physically parts, and I'm IT network engineer, so
Funnily enough, we did the what are they called? The no, not SATs. Fuck, we just did them. CTE tests for like colleges like to look at them, and basically on the pre-version of one of these tests, uh, funnily enough, I actually got one of the like best scores I could with the knowledge I had gotten last year, and fucking the funniest part is on what was it? What's it called? Like service net, like IT, like help stuff. That was actually what I scored the lowest on, and I actually scored the highest on stuff relating to like hardware and shit.
Shadow will be back. I DM'd him.
oh cool.
Oh, okay.
We also lost Steve again, so.
We believe in you, Steve.
I guess I'll just have to punch Shadow full force and Steve, which is what I said nothing.
Perfectly on time.
Hooray!
Yeah, only like 10 minutes late, no big deal.
Sorry, I was on the phone. I had to text him.
So while you're gone, Reynauld woke up and killed you.
Got him.
No, nothing's actually happened.
Well, yeah.
So I haven't done
Yeah,
anything
I
yet.
figured. Yeah, Steve isn't here, so
Well, Steve was here, but then dipped again. So
tech issues, fantastic.
Woohoo.
yep. Okay. So let me just look over my notes for tonight. Make sure that I. Excellent. I was correct. Lovely. It'll be great when Luca returns next week and is like, why is my character sheet fucked up?
If he gets here
Hooray.
next week and is like, why
Wait, did you
is Reynauld trying to
do it?
kill someone?
I didn't change yours, no.
I mean to Luca.
No.
I see.
No, but since you guys are linked to my account, I can edit your sheets, and I'm going to do something to Luca's sheet.
Excellent. Conspiracy.
Oh, also, you guys, since I was going to have to tell you at some point, I might as well tell you while, I mean, Mina's always recording, but while we're not technically recording, you can all level up to 4.
Yippee!
All right.
Once you
Yippee
finish,
skippy.
since you finish your first significant quest.
And all it costs
We need some
me is an
defibrillators.
ass beating.
Oh fuck! I don't know what level to put it in. Oh shit! I haven't thought this through. Actually,
Oh,
but yes,
fuck.
I have. I know what I'm doing.
Maybe I should put in fighter. Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Well,
Is that your only?
considering you're a fighter, that's probably a good idea.
Put it in fighter or fighter?
Do I want to put this in fight? Wait, ability score improvement. I forgot I got these.
Yeah, given that you're starting at level 3, and as a fighter your first extra attack is at 5, you might want to take at least 5 levels of fighter before you change, if you're going to.
I'm actually planning on being pure fighter this campaign.
That was my intention last campaign. I'm sure you'll have great luck at that. I ended up being mostly a paladin. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Because I had some fucking weird ideas come up, and you guys did some weird shit that kept getting you killed.
Yippee.
Hey, it worked out.
Yeah, now you're the Angel of Death, so there you go.
It's a win in my books.
So did.
You're also Luca's fucking patron, so...
I'm sure that won't be any problem at all in the future.
I don't know
Yay.
why it would be, unless suddenly Zen turns evil.
Hey, you never
Oops.
know. You have control of him now.
So yeah, it's gonna... Basically, what I did 2 things because Luca's not here. To make sure that they leveled up, I changed their level to 4, but I left their ASI for them to decide if they want an ASI or a feat. Because I can save it unfinished and just tell them to go back and fix it. But before I leveled them, they had 21 max hit points. After I leveled them, they have 22 max hit points.
What did you do?
I switched them from fixed hit points to manual and made an adjustment.
Oh, fun.
Who?
Oh, speaking of, I need to roll.
So Paul,
Stay-
good news.
Yeah.
Sorry, cut you off. But I now have a +4 in strength.
Excellent. That's good.
Yes. And with my +4, I'm going to what was I gonna do? Oh wait, I remember. Well, first off, if everyone's leveled up, and I don't know, I had mine, but I forgot. It'll come back to me.
I just realized there's a character in my campaign section that I shared my stuff with you guys in that is apparently proceeded that is copy of someone. Meaning he made a copy of them and then made a copy of the copy. But I also don't
Photocopy.
see the original in here, so I'm very confused.
Where did I proceed to get a copy of the original character that isn't even existing?
That's what I'm
Wait,
confused about.
what's its name?
Zydia Lyra?
Lyra. Wait, do I know that one?
No idea. Also, don't particularly care. Steve, have you leveled up to 4 yet?
No.
You
I
should.
didn't even know. Okay, I'll do that. Hold on.
I forget.
Ow. I'm dying. Help me. Please.
So everyone that I'm expecting to see back is now back. So
This up. Let's go a little far.
I've got everyone at a volume I'm okay with. All right. I don't care, the two of you that are muted, I don't care that you're muted, but are you actually like seated so we can start?
Yep.
Lovely.
Oh,
Well, welcome back.
Sabi.
When we left off, Reynauld picked a fight he really shouldn't have picked. Had his helmet swapped out by his son, the helmet in their lineage representing who is the true king. As such, despite his son, the prince, having taken over, a lot of the populace of his people would not. They might still answer to him because he is still the prince, but they would not acknowledge him as true king until he came and retrieved that helmet, which he now has. He was kind enough to give Reynauld a replacement helmet. It has a rune of Infernal carved in it, or a symbol in Infernal that apparently means defeated. The rest of them, despite Steve's best efforts, were not killed by a hag coven. Thanks to Charlene's willingness to agree to something that in-game she doesn't fully understand yet. Yeah, and we picked up with them leaving the Hags' home, underground cave home, and came up the stairs that were built, the hidden staircase that was built into this big black tree, and they have found Reynauld unconscious. They briefly had a meeting while he was unconscious with his son, the prince, who said, "I've taken what I came for. If he and you leave me alone, I won't kill all of you." And then he left. And now we return with Reynauld coming to. Again. Your party is now around you. And as your eyes begin to focus, you see no sign of Simon anywhere.
I feel the helmet on my head, right?
Yeah, there's a helmet on your head again.
It doesn't feel like mine, does it?
I mean, it feels like a helmet.
I mean, it doesn't have the
I'm gonna take it
grooves
off
of
and
your
look
head,
at
you
it.
know.
As
Cool.
I'm like slowly getting up.
Can you speak and read Infernal?
Yes, actually.
Cool. It says defeated.
Reynaud's gonna look at it for a solid 2 seconds. Only to just drop it on the ground, turn to Zarvir and say, "Where is he?"
Oh, the preppy looking guy, too good to be out here walking around on his feet. He went, honestly, he's long gone by now.
You met him?
If we're talking about the same person who seemed to have whooped your ass, yeah, he said he took your helmet. Something about rights, I honestly wasn't paying much attention. His face was really well kept, like shockingly. But besides the point. Yeah, no, he was here.
And you let him walk away.
Unlike you, I prefer to keep my life most of the time.
Pikachu!
Reynauld nods for a second.
Oh, also,
And then
you're at 1 hit point, by the way.
Oh, I know.
No, I mean,
Right.
give yourself a hit point, because last I checked, you were at 0.
Oh, right, thank you.
Also, once you guys have finished leveling up your sheets, don't forget to do your update commands and your level commands.
Thank you.
And don't forget to include your subclass so that it has it in there.
So as I was saying, Reynauld nods at Zarvir. And then goes to just fucking punch him as hard as he can in the face.
Zarvir?
Yes, because Reynauld's not very happy. Listen, Reynauld's not so much looking for the reason, more so the principle of, yeah, you just let my arch fucking nemesis get away without much of an argument.
So he goes to swing at you, and given the beating he sustained earlier, he doesn't have a lot of energy in the tank, and he tries to swing and basically just misses you because he's still kind of dizzy. It's every so often there might be more than one of you still in his sight.
Jesus, slow down there. Don't get too riled up, you might pass out again.
You let my treacherous dog of a son get away. And the one thing that I had after he...
So he was your son, I could assume. Oh. In due time, I'm sure you can behead him and I don't know, have it on a mantle if you want, I don't care. But
Reynauld,
I prefer to keep my life for the time being.
Reynauld kind of nods at your idea, like he's actually considering it, and just says, "That's a good idea. I might write that one down."
Oh, if you like that, I got a book of them. Well, more like scribbles and notes, but man, there's so many fun things you can do with someone who deserves it.
We've apparently lost to Steve again.
Steve! Oof.
Is that
Yeah, we have-
Steve napping on the...
Poor Steve.
Yeah, they tried to wake you up with some of their fancy book magic. I don't know what they did, but they immediately passed out.
Dang.
Uh-huh. So, what did you all find down there while I dealt with him?
Oh, not what we were looking for. Mina made some idiotically fun deal. I mean, not Mina. Who's Mina? What the fuck is Mina? Um,
I believed
I
it.
think that's the name of a prostitute.
Wow.
yeah, I'm getting confused
It's
with
messed
bars.
up.
I think there's a Mina bar around here.
The Mina
I
bar.
think that was one of the ones you've been to.
It's a milk bar.
Maybe.
I believe the name you were looking for was Charlene.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. I know why Mina was in my head. Maybe it's because of who I'm referring to.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, Charlene made some kind of fun deal with some hags down there, or witches, whatever the hell they were.
Well, you can still go back there and get one yourself.
No, like I said, I like my body where it is for the current time. Well, don't want to do that again. But
Understandable.
So what you're telling me, she took a copy of Logic 101 and wiped her ass with.
Well, for her, yes. For me, it was hilarious. I can't wait to see what goes awful.
Oh dear.
Um,
Worth it.
Other than that, it was pretty much a dead end for the magic thing we're looking for.
Do you mean we have no more leads, or do you just mean here?
Oh, I mean, unless you really think you've been out that long that we traveled to 2 other places. No, we still have other places to go. But here it seems, unless you know another tree you can poke a secret hole in, here seems to be a dead end.
Thanks for the clarification. Oh, hey, Steve woke up.
You okay, Steve? You went faint there for a minute.
I think I...
Oh, he's mute.
No, my head just hurts. I thought I saw 2 of him for a second.
Yeah, while we're traveling, you should lie down, or I would say sleep, but just lie down, I guess.
I'll just rest and stare at the nearest idiot for the next 7 hours. I say, looking dead at Charlene.
I was about to say, yeah, Charlene is going to be traveling with us, so feel free.
Excellent.
So, you guys eventually make your way back to town. And you're able to get a long rest.
Hooray!
Also
When you wake up, Luca does not look well.
Oh no. What'd they do to her?
I think he's trying to say that they're sick, and thus which exempts them from the next thing.
No.
Paul also said
Oh,
that, yeah,
okay.
they mess with their sheets, so I imagine.
Oh, you mess with their shit, right? Sure.
Yeah, once I confirmed that they were in fact a race that could be fucked with, they got fucked with.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-O.
Uh-oh.
They changed? Linged?
Not so much they are a changeling, yes, but their
I was trying to make a pun.
makes them their preferred form makes them look like an elf. So in their art, so I had to check and make sure they weren't an elf.
Mm-hmm.
But they are not. So you now have a choice to make. You can either you have 2 other adventures to go on. I have to see if I actually wrote them down or if I have to look them up later. It appears I did not get a chance to write them down yet. But I remember saying one was a town, one was a forest, and one was a mountainside. You did the town already.
I think it was a town, a forest, and a cave.
Cave, yes. Presumably, unless it's a small ass cave, is probably in the side of a mountain.
Yeah. What was I gonna ask? Depending on like which is If both were like the same about distance from here, then probably cave sounds interesting. But if or maybe a town in order to get supplies. Actually, yeah. If the town is closer, then it's a definite for that my vote because actually it's not even gonna have stuff. It might just have cool stuff to loot though.
For the third consecutive session, since
Listen.
bringing up the locations, they are all approximately the same distance.
You relax, Kates.
Hmm.
You died in one, why not go back to another cave?
It'll be fun.
Also, while you guys were talking about this the next morning at breakfast, Lucinda reappears and is like, "How did it go?"
My son came and beat the shit out of me.
Huh. It sounds like Camilla's ungrateful little brat.
Damn, got him.
So my question, I guess, now is, did you deserve it?
Reynauld says, in my opinion, even if I did, apparently he's done the same thing 5 times and still doesn't learn it. I'm not gonna stay down.
Well, if you die this time, you'll stay down. I can tell you that.
That is true. Same for him.
Yeah, that's true. But given the condition I saw you all arrive in last night, I'm going to say you probably didn't lay a finger on him. Because you looked in bad shape. I'm amazed you're not dead.
I get that a lot.
Oh, I know what you are, and I'm not talking about that. I mean, besides your condition, I'm surprised you aren't dead the way you look.
Yeah, that was Reynolds' driest attempt at humor.
Yeah, you have a couple of... Mechanically, in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, a long rest heals you, but you are heavily bandaged up under your armor.
Yeah.
And she's just like, well, I guess the best I can suggest is don't pick a fight with someone who's stronger than you. That's what my colleague's ungrateful little bitch of a kid tried once, and she suffered for it. It's a shame, because my colleague really didn't want to hurt her own kid, but her kid seemed insistent on it, so she stabbed the shit out of her.
Owies.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that, but apparently a lot of people that I'm encountering in this stage of my life have issues with their parents and kids. I don't know.
Mommy issues.
So it would seem. Anyway, did you find anything that might help get rid of this curse?
Not yet, but apparently Charlene made some sort of deal for a cape.
Yeah, it's pretty
With what?
awesome.
I don't know. She hasn't told me that part yet.
Oh, with the hags.
Oh, just hags. Okay. All right. Not too bad. Could have been worse.
Oh, I couldn't tell if that was
Could've been
sarcasm or not.
Yes, but also no. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
You could have sold your soul to the king of all devils.
It's a spectrum, yeah.
That being said, I don't know if you know what you've agreed to or not, but chances are you're given that other than children, their second favorite way to breed, for lack of a better term, is with women. Probably you're going to start to turn into a hag soon. You might want to prepare for that.
How does one prepare for such a thing?
I don't know, but you might want to figure out how.
Ah, good point.
In the meantime, I'm going to go make some preparations of my own. Expect to see another visitor today. You'll know them when you see them.
Wonderful.
And she goes off to run about her business. And shortly after that, probably about an hour or two later, you are greeted by someone else. It's not someone you immediately recognize.
Hmm.
Seems to be a face that is unfamiliar to you.
Do you have a picture?
You do when I grab it. / find it. That's where I just was. God damn it.
Oop.
They look. I know I have it saved. What the hell?
Pikachu.
Yes. There it is. They look. Like this.
Buddy.
Ooh.
And they just seem to almost have a Zarveer-like attitude. Like, you just sit at your table in the open chair. Don't ask. Nothing. They just do.
Howdy, stranger.
Hello.
How do you feel
That's not
about
the voice I was trying to do at all.
hags?
I do not care for them.
Ah, disappointing.
Why do you ask? Are you a hag?
No reason. Not yet. I mean, no reason.
No wonder they sent me to try to teach you idiots something.
Mistakes were made.
Clearly. So, Miss, I assume from your response, future hag.
Oops.
As long as we are working together, who are you?
Well, I'm Charlene. And, yeah, nothing normal, nothing special about me. But these guys are pretty interesting.
Who's the guy with loser on his helmet?
Oh, no.
Oh, Reynauld dropped the helmet long ago.
Is that
So you're
what
just
that
walking
is?
around town looking like a fucking zombie?
Well, he's sure as hell not gonna wear loser on his fucking head. I'm assuming I still
Well,
have the
until he can
hood.
get a different helmet, he might want to, unless he wants to get burned at the stake.
I thought I still had the hood.
Oops.
The cowl, or was that a lent item?
What are you talking about?
You
We
remember
want to
a
go
few
from the
sessions-
shop.
The shop? Was that a lent item, or do I still have
Oh,
it?
yeah, no, that was while you were waiting for your gear.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
like a
I prob-
courtesy thing.
That's actually, you make a good point, Paul. I probably would have to have kept the helmet for a bit, wouldn't I?
Oof. That's pretty good.
Maybe in your spare time you can, I don't know,
No.
knock that part of the helmet off, just have a hole in your helmet.
I was gonna say it's not like
Mhm.
every time you're in town I don't ask, does anyone want to do anything? And 9 times out of 10, none of you actually do anything.
Cover it with some cloth.
Excuse me. Why do you have loser written in Infernal on your forehead? Or at least on the forehead of your helmet.
It means defeated in the context that's given, but it might as well mean both, given what had happened just a bit ago.
Huh. I'll inquire further another time. Who are you? Or should I just call you loser?
My
Damn.
name is Reynauld. You may call me that.
Reynauld it is. Who's the elf?
Oh,
You,
Steve, the elf?
Steve.
Steve. All right. Be nice if he answered for himself, but I'll take it.
He's tired.
He's had a long night. We all have.
And
It's like an old adage I heard. Every party, every adventure has a pirate.
And who's the horny fucker?
Zervier Imperium. And yeah, you can call me that instead of horny fucker. Though,
But I really enjoy calling you horny fucker.
you know what? If you're so inclined, you may.
Likes it.
No. Zervier it is. My name is Jurgen. Jurgen Telos. I am apparently supposed to keep an eye on you, train you, give you advice. I really don't know what the fuck they're paying me for, but they're paying me 1,000 gold a month to do it, so.
Dang. Can we get ice cream?
Yeah, are we putting it on your tab?
Shit. Well, it was worth a try.
No, I'm kidding.
Do we even have ice cream?
I mean, yeah.
31 flavors.
We have,
goblin
like,
green.
We have like 6 flavors.
I'll take it.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, blueberry,
Berries.
raspberry, and
Betty.
Boysenberry.
and there's a mystery
Bark
one.
flavor.
They just call it the horny bard.
The horny bard.
Give
That's
it a
cool.
Zarvier.
I do not want to taste a horny bard.
That's what she said.
You should reconsider.
This guy sounds like a guy that knows what he's talking about. When it comes to
I've
horny
actually
bards.
Had ice cream before. Do you, or if everyone's ordering, I don't even have a point to get it.
Aren't we leaving?
Yeah, what? I'm gonna look at Charlene like, why did you even suggest that?
How did we all get dragged into my bullshit? I love it.
Where are we?
Well, you see,
Ice cream is good, man.
when
Ooh,
you
fucking ice cream.
with bullshit
just-
so large that you seem to spout, it's a little hard not to get caught in it.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment. I'm munching on my crickets. Can't eat crickets all the time, right?
Am I correct in assuming you would like to stop walking around with loser written on your forehead?
Very much so.
Fantastic. Give me your helmet, go to your room, I'll bring it back fixed tomorrow.
I take off my helmet, give it to him, and immediately start walking up to the room assigned to me.
The rest of you notice that he gets a good enough look at Reynauld's face and seems completely unfazed. And given the amount of scars all over his body, you're pretty sure he's seen worse. So yeah, he goes off to basically refine the helmet and knock the runes out of it or chisel it out or whatever he's going to do, remelt the helmet into a new helmet, who knows. And with that, the day in town is yours if you wish to do anything.
Actually, I might.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
So we're back in town, though my son obviously still lives up in the mountain. So that's a fair bit of travels away.
Yes.
Is there any like postal service around here? Or
Oh,
any
yeah.
other way I can get in like contact with him or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to get in touch with him, there's people who can get a message to him.
Hmm. How would Xavier do it? I imagine just postal service will do. Just nothing fancy.
Yeah, they have like people who use like flying, larger flying rideable like animals and stuff that they can fly it up to them.
Xavier, how does Xavier want to phrase this? Xavier pretty much just want to tell him, how absolutely angry he is at him for what he's assuming is lying to him about saying the object he's looking for is on a different goddamn continent. And pretty much the gist of it is asking him where the hell it actually is. He wants it.
Cool. So actually, for the purposes of this, and because we got through my planned stuff for tonight faster than I thought we would, I'm actually going to say that you send that as a sending spell through essentially the postal service as well, but it's a fantasy world with magic, so there's someone there who can send it magically instead. And you get an immediate response. He's like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I told you where the only one in existence that I know of is. If you're too scared to go get it yourself, that's not my problem.
Is this a back and forth or
For the
like
purposes of for story purposes, I kind of ignore the rules of sending when I need to. So we'll just say you more or less can send messages back and forth as much as you need to.
okay? Oh, what was his name? Oh, fuck, I had in my notes.
Naltir.
Naltir, thank you. Okay, don't even have to look at my notes. I met someone. Said you had possession of it.
You can't forget the soda from the fridge. You can never forget that.
I don't know what the hell Carson just said.
That was his brother. You might want to mute Karsten.
They did.
He is muted.
Oh, well,
now.
it's not working. Oh, just kidding.
He just responds back. And who exactly is it that claims that I have it?
Naltir, you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just say Naltir. Hope that name rings a bell.
Well, he is Naltir.
Oh, wait, he is? Wait, huh?
Yeah, your son's name is Naltir because you never gave me a name for him, so I made one up.
Oh.
I thought you were
Okay.
asking his name.
Oh, no. The bounty hunter I met.
At least I named my son. careless father have an ass.
Well, I didn't expect to meet him. He was dead. I
You
didn't
know better.
expect to come
You know
across
better
him.
than that.
That's true. You know what? I
You
should
know
have.
better than that in a poll campaign.
You're right.
Um,
It was Reginald. Yeah, the Reginald.
oh, the Tiger Man.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Yes, I believe I said he gave you the name Reginald.
And Naltier's missing something. I should write that down.
Yeah, sorry, that was I didn't Discord. I didn't quite hear every syllable and misunderstood the question. Yeah, Naltier is your son, and Reginald is the tiger fellow that you met.
Right, so Zervair will transmit that name and just hope it rings a bell.
Since you just sent the name, he's in no description. He's just like, does he look like a giant walking two-legged tiger?
That'd be about right.
Yeah, you know he's a devil, right?
Devils have told truths.
Only when it benefits them.
You still have no idea. Let me rephrase this. You don't have possession of it at all.
If I did, why would I need to tell you otherwise?
Even though it's a sending message, can I insight that just because Zervair's really paranoid?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fantastic.
Pikachu.
I mean, as much as you can tell by someone's tone of voice, he genuinely sounds confused why you think he wouldn't have just told you he had it if he had it.
Hmm. People you trust these days, I suppose. This object is a little bit obsessive for me. I apologize. I need to find it or something like it at least.
It's fine. Like I said, I've heard the same rumors of more than one of them in existence that you have. Far as I know, there's only one that I can verify has been seen by anyone I trust, and it's where I told you to find it. Which is why I haven't gone looking for it, because I'm not crazy enough to pick a fight with that woman.
Yeah, and neither am I at the time being. Okay, well, I'll get it eventually. And this transmission is something I can just like cancel at a whim, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Xavier's gonna try to be a good person here. Really try, because he's a good guy. He just doesn't really show it. And he's gonna say, and for everything, all that's happened, I'm sorry. And with that, he'd end the transmission.
All right. And the person at the sort of post office turns to you and goes, I'll be 15 gold.
Yeah, of course. Does
Yeah,
Xavier
see
have
here.
15 gold?
I don't know. Does he?
Oh, he does. Yeah, he does. Okay.
Yeah, see, the thing is, for story reasons, I will basically ignore the 25 word limit. But you were still paying someone to help you send those messages.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, Xavier will give the 15, but oh no, Xavier will give him 17, a 2 gold tip, just because he does it almost by instinct at this point, just of how he was grown up.
fair
So
enough.
he'll give him 17.
Yeah, he'll thank you. And, you know, like, I'm here if you need more, send more messages. And Yeah, is that everything you want to do other than getting prepared to head out?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Charlene, is there anything in town you want to do to prepare? Any items you want to try to see if you can find? Anything like that?
Nothing I can think of. I'm pretty happy with my new item.
Okay. Reynauld, your helmet's already going to be swapped out or fixed or what have you. Is there anything else you want to do?
Not too much of note, but yeah, just mostly just kind of like hanging around, seeing like if like the other party members like need anything.
You, by the way, you do have a cloak. You could go out easily enough if you want
Yeah.
to.
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well go bother Zervir.
Ooh.
So yeah, you find Zervir on his more or less on his way back from the post office.
So, what are you out here for?
Oh, well, sending a message to someone, not important. Actually, while you're here, I could have some help with. You look scary, and hell, if you take the cloak off, hey, maybe it helps even more. Um, I was gonna go around and ask for any local information. Maybe some other people might know something about what I'm looking for. And hey, maybe your majestic appearance can really persuade them into not wanting to die and giving information instead.
I'd rather that my sword be the reason that they, give up such information, but I suppose I owe you a bit, technically.
Most people do. But yeah,
Well,
So where do
alright,
you want Where do you want to go to have Reynauld apparently try to scare people?
oh, that was
or is it
mostly just for RP. But I imagine
Okay.
Zervira's time to kill, he will go to like any high-end magic user and ask about the object he's been asking about all campaign, and he will continue to ask about all campaign because that's like his whole shtick.
So so you ask around, and eventually you're directed to find someone who's not a resident, but comes through to do business with adventurer types, sort of a nomadic enchanter type. And you meet up with him, and he's just like, and he just sees Reynald's true face, and he's just like, "You're ugly. I
well,
like that."
interesting tastes, I say.
I hear you've been looking for me, or at least the horned guy has.
Yeah,
He's dragging me around for a bit.
I'm looking for a certain something. Wanting to know anything about it that I don't already know. And Xavier would open his book and rip out another page and hand him a very crude drawing of the object.
Oh, those. Yeah, there's a few. I know about a few of them in existence. What do you want to know?
Oh, wonderful. Well, what do you know? Well, what? How much? How do I phrase this? First, do you know where any of them are?
Yeah.
Oh, would you be willing to part with that information?
For a price.
Everything's a price, of course. What would that be?
Just a second. Just trying to see if I. Well, I'm a businessman, so money, favors,
How much?
whatever you. Well, that depends. Do you want information on how to find one, or do you actually want me to bring you one?
You can get one.
Yeah.
Just- For how much?
For me to bring it to you, be 10,000 gold.
And information?
Depends.
On?
On what you want from me.
An exact location of where you know at least of one.
Yeah, I know where one is.
How much?
Well, for that one, it's going to cost you 10,000 because I have it.
Hmm.
Fantastic. Anything in a
Might
little bit
be.
of a lower price range, not very bountiful in coins.
I might be able to drop the price some if you do me a couple favors.
What favors?
I got a few people that owe me some money. Collect it for me, and I'll see about giving you at least something of a discount.
Who and where?
And he writes down some info on a piece of parchment and gives it to you. I'm not going to give it to you as a DM yet because I haven't made it up yet. Because once you asked to go find a magical person, then it became all on the fly. So I don't actually have the exact info. I will DM it to you after session when I come up with it, but Zarvir, the character, knows who he's going to be looking for.
Gotcha.
It's basically a list of like half a dozen people that you figure by the look of the amount they owe, probably gambling debts.
Do you care if they are still breathing?
I'd recommend it for your sake, just so you don't have, the fuzz coming after you, but...
Well, then I'll promise you most of them will at least be alive. And I'll get you the money.
Excellent. I'll work on figuring out a fair price based on how many of them you are able to collect payment from.
And if you know the location of multiple of them, then I might we might become great friends. If there's multiple, then I'm not just going to want one.
I don't recommend carrying more than one at a time.
Why is that?
You tend to become a target.
The price of power.
Fair enough.
With that, Zarvir will kind of like nod at him, like fold the paper and put in his back pocket. And if he has nothing left to say, he'll walk out.
Yeah, you're good to go. And, yeah, you guys meet up and you decided, I believe you said you were going to the cave next? Or was it the
I believe so.
forest?
I at least, Zarvir would be interested in the cave, just because it sounds
Okay.
interesting.
So, on that note, we are at about our usual end time, and I'm not going to start a new adventure I haven't built. I bothered to bring the maps back, so I'm going to make sure I have one built. And I wasn't building maps until I figured out where you were going next, because I've decided to stop trying to over-prepare ahead of time. Because it takes way too long. So now that I know where to build a map for, I will build that for next session, and we will see you guys next time.
Excellent.
Prepared
I guess
just
I'm gonna
enough.
head out right
We didn't
now, 'cause
die.
I'm getting pretty tired.
Well,
Uh,
roasted, but
Well, I clearly didn't prepare enough for this week because you guys burned through my plans in the first half of the session.
Hey, we got just enough.
Well-
We did some RPing though, which ended up taking up a good chunk of the time.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, please, for the love of God, somebody do something in town because I'm trying.
I figured, yeah.
With the way I record, since I don't do the full sessions for mine, I do like separate videos now to make them a little easier to put on YouTube. So like each session is basically 2 episodes for me, unless it's one I borrow from Mina, because obviously I just use her VOD. So as a result, I'm like, I need this to feel like it's at least 40 minutes long pre-editing, so that after editing it stays at least 30. Otherwise, the episode feels too short for a D&D segment, even if it's a segmented episode. I'm like, please, for the love of God, somebody go talk to somebody.
I assumed that that we wouldn't be doing anything after this all, so I figured, I might as well go do something to take up some time.
So did you figure out who you were talking to at the end there?
Oh, was I talking to someone I should have known? I didn't even ask their name. Xavier was
sure
way too
didn't.
interested in the object. He honestly he kind of solely honed in on that and didn't care about anything else.
I mean, in your defense, I also didn't go out of my way to give you a visual of who it was either, but I will redo that for... I was going to show you, but since I'm not the one who originally did it, it's hard for me to get his artwork, but...
Stab in the dark, I'm guessing it's the one-shot character.
It's not who you think it is.
Oh.
I mean, it might be someone you think it is, but it's not who you're talking about right now.
I have the worst memory on this planet, I swear, so I can barely remember half the people.
Clearly.
I forget things within 10 minutes, so.
All I'll say is the person you were talking to had hooves for feet.
Our little buddy.
Oh, yuck yuck. Oh.
No, that... Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh,
No, that
different
was...
hubs.
I thought about making it Yuck Yuck, and then I changed my mind. No, Yuck Yuck would have been way more friendly sounding.
God,
Oh,
I
yeah.
made him. Why don't I remember his name?
Oh, well, you've at least gotten as far as realizing why I'm like, how do you not know who the fuck I'm talking about? Because you made...
What is it, Onan?
Yes.
Onan Trest. Onan Trest.
Oh,
That's
Oh
what it
my
is.
god. That fucker.
Oh yeah, I should put him. I should
forgot he
actually
has
mention
hooves.
that. Yeah, he had a pretty obviously magical revolver on one hip and a very hideous-looking sword on the other.
Hell yeah. Keeps the sword.
Nice.
Wonderful.
For now.
Yeah. Who would have guessed one of my evil characters is going to be happy with one of my not so good characters? Who would
So
have guessed
has-
they're going to be
Fantastic.
friends?
Question: So is Xavier just now dragged Reynauld into this to now basically just impromptu debt collection business?
I mean,
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be my muscle. Oh, Zephyr's gonna be so happy. This is what he used to do back in the days. He used to collect dead and scare people. Oh, he's gonna be so happy. Gets to back what he used to do.
Reynaud's gonna hate like
I
every
can't wait.
second of this.
I can't wait for you to succeed in those little submissions next week and find out how much your discount is.
You get off 20 coins.
Nice.
Oh no. No, I just reminded myself exactly what the item I'm giving you is, because I remember why I settled on it specifically being the shape it is, and you had said either whether it was homebrewed or just something in one of the actual books you wanted it to be actually quite powerful. Was sort of what we agreed on.
I figured it'd be one of those things Zarvir would get like later on in the campaign. I'm kind of hunting on it just because that's what Zarvir would do. I don't actually expect to get it until later in the campaign.
Oh, you'll probably get it next week.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, no, I was told,
and it does some cool shit. It's also going to make you have an enormous target on your back if I give it to you. Whenever I give it to you.
I assumed either I would get it way later on in the campaign, or I'd get it early on, and it would like make me go crazy or something. It'd like have some huge debuff or something.
Nope. And actually, you don't even have to attune to it.
I don't even know what object you're talking about. Is it? It's not homebrew, is it?
Nope. It's out of a book.
I don't even know what object you're talking about. Zarvir wants all of them.
Yeah, there's potentially more than one in existence.
Fantastic. Because Zarvir is gonna lose his mind collecting these things. It's like Pokemon, except more deadly. Hell yeah. For such a shortly planned session, a lot happened. Reynauld got his ass kicked. Charlene is morphing.
Mighty Morphin Charlene.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I gotta either. Do you want me to update that part of your sheet, or did you already do it?
If it's not much, I can do it.
No, it's literally going into the race and changing it.
Oh, okay. Easy peasy.
So basically what you want to do is go into your, like, where you edit your levels and all that stuff that you already did. Go into your race section and change your race to, it'll be under lineages, I believe is what they call it. And it should be under there should be 3 options there. Or maybe 4, because they may put custom lineage as well. But the one you want is Hexblood.
Hexblood. Lineage.
I forget, do tabaxis have dark vision?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's like the cats, I imagine they do.
Feline agility.
You say that, but there's just several monsters, either monsters or cat-like. I think like Leon. I can't remember if it's Leonins or Tabaxi. I swear one of the player races based on cats don't have dark vision.
Oh really? I didn't know that. I don't really play cats.
No, actually. Oh yeah, no, you do have dark vision. I thought for a second it was you, but.
Oh no, yeah, no. My race doesn't have.
It might even just be like CR0 or whatever, like house cats, but some kind of cat creature doesn't have it, and I laughed hysterically when I heard it.
Yeah, that seems strange. Oh well.
The reason I ask is because when you become a Hexblood, if you don't already have it, you get dark vision. So they are not necessarily it's not entirely a bad thing mechanically. You also get a couple other neat tricks.
Nice.
You get to do some weird stuff if I remember.
You get, well, I can tell you for one thing, you get Hex essentially added to your spell list, and you can cast it for free once per day.
Lucky.
And you can also cast it if you're already a caster. You can cast it with spell slots as well. And there's another spell, but I forget what it is.
So you said I'm under features and traits where it says racial traits.
No, you need to go into your editor.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Like where you level yourself up and shit.
Gotcha.
And you want to go to the race tab.
Oh, there it is. I see.
Yeah. And then you want to go down. There should be a section called lineages. It's in alphabetical order. And under lineages, you want Hexblood.
Hexblood lineages. Ah. cute. Heir of Hags, Hexblood origins. Bargain with a hag or other eerie forces. Magical being.
Yes.
Okay, and I knew my origin.
They have like tables you can roll stuff on, but I had you make a deal with a hag, so you know that's how you became one.
Yeah.
Now, by the sounds of what she said to you, what I will say, she didn't necessarily say the item she gave you was your reward. So you may still get some other favor in exchange later.
Nice. I have dark vision too still. Good.
Yeah, well, that's why I asked, is because, like I said, I can't remember if it's one of the monster stat blocks that's cat-based or Leonins or what the hell it was. But there was something, like I said, for all I remember, it could even just be a house cat stat block. But something in this game that's feline-based doesn't have dark vision, and I thought that was stupid. So, and I could have sworn it was Tabaxi. And maybe it was because I think you're using a different version, and you're using the updated version. So it might be that the Legacy Tabaxi doesn't have it. I can't remember. So yeah, once you're done changing that, then just save your sheet, and it should. Oh, it'll ask you to update your racial stats, so just make sure you put those in the same spot again. Now I'm curious. I swear it was Tabaxi that didn't.
Telepathic message and remote viewing. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you get a couple of weird abilities and shit.
All right, I gotta bounce. Thank y'all, Paul, for the game.
See you later.
Enjoy.
Yep, see you next week.
Have a
See
good
ya.
rest.
Tabaxi.
I can make tokens. Disguise self and hex spells.
No, even the old Tabaxi did have dark vision. What the hell was it that doesn't? Maybe it's Leonin.